The Incredible Hulk is a 2008 superhero film featuring the Hulk, obviously, the Incredible Hulk, produced by Marvel Studios and distributed by Universal Pictures. Um, I don't know what to really think about this. Like, it stars Edward Norton as Bruce Banner, but I don't know what to think about this film. Like, it wasn't really good. It was good. It was technically good, but it wasn't really great like Iron Man was to me. The story felt more isolated, more closed off from the world instead of building on it. Like, and the antagonist we saw, that was like a one-time thing pretty much. Like, we only see him once in the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it's never seen again pretty much. Um, and also after this film is kind of a awkward kind of story, since really a lot of things happening in here are never brought up again in the future Marvel movies. Like, there's no sequel to it, and the love interest of the story is never really seen again or talked about ever again. So really, there's nothing really to care about the characters, excluding Bruce Banner himself, since Edward Norton refused to reprise his role again. It went to Mark Ruffalo for the Avengers, who was originally wanting to play that role but decided not to for some reason. I never figured it out. But really, this movie, it was good. It wasn't great, but it just felt like more of an isolated film than it was a build up on the world. Like, we do get a scene at the end where there's the final scene in the credits where Tony Stark approaches Ross at a local bar and informs him of a team, also known as the Avengers later on, is being put together, and that's pretty much the story, where it involves Bruce Banner trying to control his power, trying to keep him in check, trying to keep his attitude in check, and then later on there's Bolensky also using like, okay, and there's another plot where I really don't know what to talk about, but like, yeah, like, man, there's this one plot that always got to me because it's never really discussed again. Like, he drops a fin of his blood into a bottle of a drink and is eventually ingested by an elderly consumer in Wisconsin, giving him gamma sickness. And that's never really brought up again. Like, it's a plot point for the people to find Bruce Banner, but it never really brought up, like, well, that was really essential to the story. Like, couldn't you just put in S.H.I.E.L.D. to do something like that? Oh no, they're supposed to be the good guys, okay. But couldn't you have done something else instead of just risk killing an old man on this movie for some reason? It kind of bugged me a bit, but it just felt like the movie was more isolated, more condensed. It wasn't really expanding on the world around them, other than, like I said, the post-credit scene. And like I said, like, his and his love interest is never really brought up again. Like, there's no sense of caring about any of the characters since you never see them again. The love interest in the Incredible Hulk is pretty much useless since, well, I would discuss about it. Like, okay, let's just say you have to watch Ultron to understand what I'm talking about. All I'm gonna say is it involves Black Widow and Bruce Banner. I think you can pretty much figure out what that means. So really, there's no sense of caring about this movie. So ultimately, I think this movie is ultimately skippable. Like, in compared to the 2003 Hulk film, this movie is vastly superior. But overall, this is pretty much a skippable movie since nothing really important happens over in the long run, and it's never seen again. And there haven't been any sequels at this time. Well, everyone, this was Neo Reality Entertainment. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and donate, and stay tuned for more.